Hi, Phil Plait here. I write the Bad Astronomy blog, and I'm also president of the James Randi Educational Foundation. Now, I want you to take a look at me. Do you see my noble demeanor, my flowing hair, my classy clothing? Well, no, of course, I don't either, but that's not the point. The point is, you can see me. And the reason you can see me is because I'm recording this on a digital camera. It uses a chip that is sensitive to light. It's actually a computer chip that was developed on a camera on board Hubble Space Telescope. And now that technology is being used in digital cameras and digital video cameras everywhere. And the information is being stored in another type of chip, and that's being powered by electricity, which is coming from probably a coal burning plant or something like that. It's being transferred to you through the internet, and you're watching it on a computer that has a hard drive and memory using a mouse. You've got a monitor. Maybe it's made of glass. Maybe it's a liquid crystal display. Maybe it's a plasma display. What am I getting at with all this? Well, all of these things are due to science. Everything you're seeing right now is science. It was science that helped us understand how to make that chip. It was science that helped us understand how the electron works, how electrons flow to make electricity, how to use electrons to store data. There's a lens in my video camera, and we had to study lenses and understand how they bend light, which meant we had to know how light works and how the different colors work and how they bend differently and how to focus them. All of this stuff, including the internet, your computer, how liquid crystal displays work, how plasma displays work, how cathode ray tubes displays work if you've got an old monitor. This is all from science. It all traces itself back, these steps, to somebody making progress in science. And so if you ask yourself, why is science important? Look around you. It's everywhere. It's on your computer. It's in your library. It's on your TV, in a car that you drive. Newton's laws, Galileo's laws, Kepler's laws, they're everywhere. We had to understand all of these scientific principles before we could create the modern world. And if you watch television, and there's cable TV, there's satellite TV, that satellites help us predict our weather. They give us global positioning systems. All of this stuff. You know, global positioning systems depend on relativity. Without Einstein's relativity, GPS wouldn't work. And so you've got to understand all of this stuff in science to enjoy the type of civilization we do today. But that's the practical aspect of science. There's a philosophical one as well. Science is not a dictionary of facts. It's not dates and measurements and all that. I mean, it is that. But it's also how we understand these things. It's a process of wondering why. I mean, that's really what science is. It's saying, yeah, I wonder why that happens. And then you investigate it and you say, oh, I can observe this and figure something out about it. And then I can think, oh, maybe it happens because of this. But if it happens because of that, then that would mean this would happen. And then you can reobserve and see if that is correct. If it's not, hey, your idea is wrong. You toss it out or you modify it. And that's what science is. It's observing. It's coming up with an idea. It's testing that idea and then re-observing it and deciding if you have to throw that idea out. The beauty of science is that it's self-correcting. If an idea is wrong, it's gone and you have to bring in a new one. That's why relativity is better than what Newton came up with. Newton was right up to a point, but relativity covers his ground and more. That's what science does. It learns. And it's a way of looking at the universe and saying, how does this stuff work? Why does it work? How can we know about this? And all the big questions that we have. Why are we here? Did the universe have a beginning? Does it have an end? All of these things can be answered by science. And that's why science is important. When you go outside at night and you look up at the stars, and they're all different colors, and they're spread out across the sky, but there might be more in one direction than another. These beautiful patterns of constellations, that's all science. And if you think to yourself, how far away is that? What does that star have to do with me? That's science. And it turns out the star does have stuff to do with you because the iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, if you wear gold jewelry, all of those elements were created in a star that blew up probably something like 5 billion years ago, seeded a gas cloud with elements, and then those elements formed you. That's science. So if you say, why is science important? It's because science is everything, and it's everywhere, and it's you. And that's why science is important.